You're listening to Black Parents Aging, where we help you navigate caring for aging loved ones. Every Wednesday, we'll discuss how to help your parents successfully navigate this new season of life. We are going to talk about legal, health, technology, and finances. Here's your host attorneys, Olivia Smith and Nicola Robinson.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Black Parents Aging. I wanted to get a quick episode out for you guys because we are in the middle of open enrollment for Medicare. So open enrollment runs from October 15th to December 7th. So we got a few more days. And if your parents are over age 65 and are enrolled in Medicare for their health care, you definitely want to make sure you talk to them and sit down with them and review their plans. The plans change from year to year. What they are currently under may not work for them going forward. So during open enrollment, this is the time that they can review that plan and switch to something else that might be more beneficial for them. So what is Medicare? A lot of times people are asking me, okay, well, what's Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D, and all the other alphabet that is involved with Medicare? So Medicare has several parts. There's Part A, which really kind of covers your parents' hospital visits, nursing home facilities, or hospice care. And I promise you, we're going to do an episode where we go real deep on all the different parts. But right now, I'm going to give you just a little bit of background. So Part A, like I said, hospital, hospice, and nursing home. Part B is medical insurance, doctors, and specialists. Part D is the drug coverage. So you want to think prescription drugs. So if your parents are on a lot of prescriptions, you want to make sure that you are really familiar with Part D. And original Medicare, Part A and Part B, so that would be hospital, nursing home, and hospice care, as well as doctors and specialists. That was the traditional model that we had for Medicare. In 2003, then Medicare Advantage came on the scene. And so that's what people sometimes refer to as Medicare Part C. Medicare Advantage was supposed to be kind of all-in-one alternative to Medicare Parts A and B. Medicare Advantage had some things that we didn't get covered under Parts A and B. So under Medicare Advantage, for example, your parents may get vision checks or hearing and dental checks, which was something that they were not able to do under Medicaid Part A and Part B. So during open enrollment, which is right now, so I cannot stress this enough, this is the time that we look at which one they're under, traditional A and B, Medicare, or Advantage. And this is the period when you can switch back and forth. And why you want to do that is there might be some advantages to being on Medicare Advantage. One of them I know that's coming up that might be of benefit to your parents is in 2021, under Medicare Advantage, there's going to be a cap on out-of-pocket costs. So that cap is going to be $7,550. So if your parents are enrolled in Medicare Advantage, that can help them kind of understand what their out-of-pocket expenses are going to be for next year, which can be really beneficial for people, especially if they're on some type of a fixed income. Now, Medicare, original Medicare, Part A and Part B, there's not going to be that same cap. The thing, though, with Medicare Advantage is it's not going to cover prescription drugs. So that out-of-pocket may not be the best fit for your parents. If they have been given more prescriptions and they're looking at where the expense truly lies, if their prescriptions are starting to get up there in the amount, then that might be an out-of-pocket expense that they're still going to have to cover, even if they are under Medicare Advantage. One of the other things you may want to think about with Medicare Advantage is, although you might get the benefits of vision, hearing, and dental, Medicare Advantage tends to have much more limited networks. So your parents want to check and make sure that their doctors are still in those networks because those change year to year. You want to look at the fact that the network providers change, the premiums can change, and just overall what the plan covers is it could possibly change from year to year. And so that's why I want to stress to y'all, this is the time to help them review that. It can be kind of overwhelming, but they need to review and see if the plan that they're in currently meets their needs. So here are some things that you want to think about. Are their doctors still part of the network under Medicare Advantage plans? Have their prescriptions been dropped from the prescription plan? So that would be under Part D. So look at the list of prescription drugs that are covered under Part D. Could they be saving money if they switch to a different plan? I hear a lot of times people just kind of pick the plan that their neighbor had or pick that the plan they've been on for the last 5 years and they're like, that works for me. That may not work for them anymore. Or they could be leaving a lot of money on the table because they haven't looked at it deeply and they haven't made a decision about changing. Your parents should have received a letter that says annual notice of change letter. Ask them about that. Review that with them because that's where you find out information about changes to the prescription drug plan, deductibles, or any other plan changes regarding the rules that outline that plan. Let's see. You also want to think about, guys, if your parents are still fairly active, they get around and they travel, is the Medicare going to benefit them if they have some type of emergency if they go outside of the United States? I know people are not traveling like that because we're in the middle of COVID, but I am prayerful that the world will open up again and we will be out again and be able to get on a plane and go somewhere, hopefully somewhere warm. So you want to think about your parents' medical benefits and if they decide they want to travel overseas, because original Medicare does not cover foreign travel. I mean, there are a few rare circumstances, but generally, original Medicare, Part A and B, is not going to cover a medical expense if you are outside the United States. There are Medigap plans that can cover stuff like that. So that might be something that they want to look into as well. And Medicare Advantage does cover travel. So if your parents are active and they travel a lot, they might want to consider Medicare Advantage over traditional Medicare A and B. And one thing I also wanted to talk about is Part D. Remember, that is the prescription drug coverage. And that is the part that usually a lot of people need to pay special attention to because our prescriptions, we all know prescription drugs are just going up in cost. Every year, just keep going up. So it's so significant that your parents, if they are getting more prescriptions, that they're even enrolled in Part D, the prescription insurance part of Medicare, because that is not something that is automatic. And if you don't enroll in Part D, when you start Medicare, you can then later be penalized because you did not enroll in Part D. So you want to just make sure that they are getting everything that they need to and they are enrolled in everything that is of benefit for them. And that's where it comes back to me stressing it, y'all. Help them review this. It can be very overwhelming. I get it. Most people get that big old book in the mail about all the different plans and all the different options, and they never open it. They put it under the table, they hide it somewhere, and that's going to be the end of it. Don't do that. And if you can't find the book, don't worry about it. The place to review the plans and to know what all the different plans offer is on the website. Just go to Medicare.gov. Again, that website is Medicare.gov, and that's where you can find the different plans and you can actually do side-by-side comparisons of them. That's really the big takeaways that I wanted y'all to get from this episode. Review your parents' plans, talk to them about it, make sure that they are getting everything that they need, make sure that they are not leaving money on the table by not switching plans because they could be saving as much as 5% if they need to switch to a different plan. And that's a lot of money, especially for somebody who may be on a fixed income. So go to Medicare.gov, review the different plans, talk to them openly about it, and see what makes sense for them. All right, that's it. Hope this episode was helpful. Hope you got some good information that you could take back to your parents. We will see you on the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you will know when the next episode drops. And don't forget to join us in our Facebook page, Black Parents Aging, so you can get your questions answered. All right, that's it for now. Take care.
Thanks for joining us this week on Black Parents Aging. Check out our Facebook group at Black Parents Aging, where we go live to answer your questions. For more info on today's topic, check out the show notes on our website, srlawgrp.com. If you know someone who could benefit from today's episode, please share a link to the show. Subscribe to the show to catch new episodes and leave a review. Until next week.